Hello everyone, I'm Jen with Getaway today. Thanks for joining us here on our YouTube channel for the best tips and tricks on your next Disneyland and Southern California vacation. Well, we had the treat of visiting Star Wars Galaxy's Edge on the grand opening weekend. We wanted to tell you a little bit about our experience, give you some travel tips, and help make the most of your visit to a land out of this world, the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at the Disneyland Resort. So we're going to share our best tips for experiencing the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at the Disneyland Resort. The first is to familiarize yourself with the lay of the land. You can do this either through the Disneyland app or when you get to the gate, you're able to get one of these maps. Once in Galaxy's Edge, there's not a lot of signage. It's more open for you to explore and really immerse yourself in the land. So I liked having a shortcut, knowing where I'm going. Second, I would say prioritize what's most important to your family. There's so many great things to experience within the land, and with each could have some kind of different wait times. So if you're there during the reservation time, say, okay, I want to make sure and ride the Millennium Falcon with my family. That's a priority. Or I really want to get into Oga's Cantina. Or I really want to build a droid, or ooh, a custom lightsaber is what's for me. So see what that most important item is and make sure you do that first once you're in the land. Along those same lines, each of the reservation periods, if you are traveling before June 23rd, it does have a witching hour where your reservation overlaps or doesn't overlap with another reservation time. So the witching hours, those 2 hours in between, those are kind of those golden hours where you're going to have shorter wait times because you have less people within the land, the attraction, the experiences. So those will be kind of your golden hours. Make sure you take advantage of those. Just to give an example of that, we did see 15 to 20 minute wait times on the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run during that time frame. So speaking of the Millennium Falcon, we loved this experience, and you're gonna love it too. And you're especially gonna love that it moves people through quite quickly, which made it so the queue went quite quickly. And there's different ways to experience it, either with single rider, or our recommendation actually is to go with a party size, kind of pre-plan that 6 is that magical number so that you get to kind of within your party have all of the functions taken care of. So let me kind of tell you a little bit about the attraction. You are navigating the Millennium Falcon. Like, it is a dream come true. You've just seen it in its glory, and then you get to go inside and navigate it. So there's 6 different positions. There's 2 pilots, there's 2 gunners, and there's 2 engineers. So a couple tips on kind of prepping for which position you'll want to experience. The pilot, to let you know about those, there's 2 pilots. Each pilot operates a different function of the flight. The pilot on the left controls horizontal movements, while the pilot on the right controls the vertical movements. You can kind of choose which one is more comfortable to you and try to move the controls as gently as possible. This is kind of important because the more you move the controls, it's quite sensitive and it can make a pretty crazy ride for your group. Some people would rather that though, so just again, within your group, decide who will be those pilots who you trust to make sure they are going to have the best ride experience for you. The gunners, some advice for them: guests can choose between automatic and manual modes as the gunner. If it's your first time riding or you don't feel comfortable with the controls, we recommend choosing automatic. Manual is harder, as you'll have to aim the gun slightly. And one thing I learned is that there are buttons that, like, if you're pushing the top one, it's making the gun go higher. The middle was like having it go straight. The bottom button was having the gun flight go lower. I was just pushing the same buttons and kind of doing them randomly. Not smart. Like, you want to kind of look and say and make sure you're aiming with those buttons to have a better score. And it does keep track of your score, which is fun to have a higher accuracy or a higher score than maybe the gunner on the next side. So go for that. Engineer tips: if you have small children or anyone in your party who doesn't want a lot of responsibility, the engineer is the best role for them. All you need to do is hit the buttons when they light up. It's so easy, and it's very easy to get 100% on that one. So if you want to have a great success for your kids, the back could be fun for them, and really the whole experience is really fun, and it's fun to interact within your group. I did do the single rider, so that also was a way to cut times. If you don't care as much or don't have as large a party size, that might be another great fit for your family. So our next tip is interact with the land and use the Play Disney app. It makes it a ton of fun for you and your family to get to be completely immersed in the experience. With the app, you'll be able to translate galactic languages, discover previous cargo, tune into communications sent by residents of other planets, and explore the land like never before. We tried out this with our team and really enjoyed getting completely immersed in the story. Next is make sure you interact with the cast members and characters. This is a ton of fun, and you don't even really have to try that hard to interact with them because they are going to interact with you too. Whether you're walking and suddenly someone in the Resistance sneaks by you, or you're walking and you get questioned by the First Order. There's a couple tricks to it though to make it the most fun. If you say "let the Wookiee win" to a member of the Resistance, they will give you a trading card that when you collect them all creates a map of the outpost. So I got 2 of those cards, and I didn't get to complete the whole experience, but it would be fun to spend a little bit more time there and say that again, "let the Wookiee win." The other thing with the stormtroopers, you're not supposed to say like "may the force be with you" or "lightsaber." Those are complete giveaways that you're with the Resistance. So if you say those, you might get questioned, and you got to be kind of careful. They question you. They're right up in your, right with you and with your family, and they're saying, "Hey, have you heard about the Resistance? If you see anything, you need to report it." Like, it's very official, and sometimes even Kylo Ren is walking around and he's ordering the stormtroopers and really discouraged with the job they're doing and kind of upset at them, and they're walking around and you're so a part of the experience. It's very different than most of Disneyland in that you have to wait in line for a character. The characters are actively walking around. Chewbacca also, there is a little bit more of a line to maybe meet him, but a lot of times I saw him just exploring, walking around. Got to take your pictures with him. It was really fun to be that involved in the characters. Next tip is use the mobile ordering. It's available and it is such a shortcut. You'll see some long lines for some of the food experiences because you're gonna wanna try the food. Spoiler alert, it is delicious, it is fun to eat, it's really immersive. They did an awesome job with this. So for Ronto Roasters, Docking Bay 7, Food and Cargo, and even the milk stand, they all have a mobile ordering option that again is super convenient. We can link you below to how mobile ordering works. Very simple. And again, try the food. It has a more foreign feel than most things at the Disneyland Resort. However, we really did enjoy everything on the menu. The next is take time to explore the shops. It was actually one of our favorite parts of the experience. Even if you're not wanting to buy things, it's fun to go and see what they have in this unique trading post, in this unique area. The marketplace was one of our favorite areas, and there are again unique items that can only be found in Batuu that you're going to want to take time to check out. So our favorite shops though were Savi's Workshop and Droid Depot, which both blend the line between reality and fantasy. Both have higher end price points, and the lightsabers are around $200 for Savi's Workshop and $99 for Droid Depot, and a little bit longer wait time. So again, if that's a priority to build a droid or to customize a lightsaber, make sure you do that pretty quick when you get in so that you have that opportunity for sure to do that. And again, they're definitely worth the time and money. The lightsabers are very substantial. They're awesome. We'll show you in a later video, but you will love those. The droids too are very interactive, a ton of fun to have around. We now have an office droid that we all love. So the last tip is just have fun. We have 14 acres of truly immersive, first of its kind, interactive, immersive theme park experience here. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge exceeded all of our expectations. Again, it's $1 billion land. Disney spared no expense to make sure that this is really an out-of-this-world experience for your family. Whether you've been to, you love Star Wars and are a huge Star Wars fan, or if you just want to go see it and you're kind of more of a newer Star Wars fan or just excited to be immersed in the story, you're gonna love it. It's got something for everybody. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Jen with Getaway today. Below we'll send you or have some links to have some savings to get your family to the Disneyland Resort. We have tons of great offers. Our specialty is saving you the most money on your Disneyland Resort vacation. We even have layaway plans, whether you're thinking of going even into next year, where you can lock in your savings for just $175 down. So definitely we're excited to help you plan your next Southern California vacation.